I literally feel like Wendy Williams in this chair. How you doing? Hello everyone, it's Brittany Michelle. Thank you for coming onto my channel. Today we are gonna do another story time video. And this story time is about working in the service industry. First things first, I've worked in the service industry for about 5 years now, so I have plenty of experience. I worked in a bar/restaurant. I've worked in just a bar, and I've worked now at like a pub style restaurant/bar. So I'm just gonna tell you guys about this one specific story that just happened this past weekend. So here goes nothing. I am a server, and it was Friday night. We were packed. Also, I'm gonna try to keep the hand gestures to a minimum because in my No Mirror Makeup Challenge, I was like, you don't know ASL, like stop trying to do sign language with your hands, like relax. And I'm gonna try not to cuss as much just because, well, I said try. So the F word just kind of comes out of my mouth like molten lava. I'm working on a Friday night, we're really busy, and I get triple sat. So anyone that doesn't know how the way of the restaurant works, you usually go in like a rotation between all the servers so you're not getting triple sat, which means you get overwhelmed because you have to get multiple tables, drinks, and they're all want to order at the same time, and it just gets kind of like confusing and makes people feel overwhelmed. But anyway, I got sat a 6 top, which is 6 people at a table, 4 people at a table, and then 2 people. So I'm kind of just approaching the table in a timely manner, like, and they're all right next to each other, so they see me, whatever. So I go to the 2 top last, and, you know, I tell them like, oh, sorry, you know, sorry about the wait, can I get you guys something to drink, whatever. They're like, oh yeah, we'll take a bottle of wine, and they're like, oh, we're actually ready to order. I'm like, cool, dope, like, I got it right here, I'll put it right in for you, no big deal, I'm dope. So they order a bottle of wine, and I should have knew that I was screwed the minute that they ordered a twist-off bottle of Moscato. Like, could you be more vanilla? Anyway, so I bring them the bottle of wine, they order their appetizer and their entree like all at once, and mind you, like I said, I was busy, so I bring them their bottle of wine, they're happy, whatever. I come back to the table to check on them, and the woman, it's like a middle-aged couple, probably like in their 40s, or she is like, can you please take these menus out of the way, like all like bitch assness-ish, yeah, that's a word. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, sorry. Mind you, they're sitting at a 4-person table, so it's not like they were at a cramped 2-person table where it was like awkward and the menus were like in their way, but I get it, like, my bad, didn't take the menus out of the way. Sure, take them away, no big deal. Anyway, so their appetizer comes out, their entree comes out, and they ordered the same thing, and they had their steak cooked medium well, like, come on. And you know, I'm checking in on them, they're fine, they're like laughing with me. I ask them if they want dessert, they say no. Bring them their check, everything's fine, they're cool, whatever. And then I go to clear off their table after they leave, and they left me a passive aggressive like note on their credit card receipt, and it said, we know you were busy, but you didn't perform basic services, like take our menus out of the way. We're very disappointed. And then proceeded to tip me 10%. So their bill was $68. So a standard tip for that would be, I would be okay with like $12, which would be if their bill was like $60, but whatever. It tipped me $6. Honestly, that pissed me off so much because it's like, listen, I didn't mess up your food. You got your shitty bottle of wine. You got your food. Everything was fine. You clearly need that extra $6 so I can shove it up your tight little ass because you need to loosen up a little bit, okay? Like, that's just what annoys me about the service industry is like people don't realize that this is how I pay my bills. I don't get a paycheck. Tips is how we make our money. And I understand if I forgot about you, or if your food didn't come out correctly, or if I forgot an appetizer, or something to that degree, you're paying for a service. And if you don't feel like that service was fulfilled, then I understand getting less than a 20% tip. But if you're gonna take 10% off of a tip that I earned, then you're a douchebag, cheap asshole. And you're probably ugly. No, that's mean, but probably anyway. I just wanted to make a storytime video talking about the basic manners of going and dining at a restaurant. Rule number 1, tipping is 20%. 20%, okay? It's not 15, it's not 10, just 20%. It's not that big of a deal, and if you can't afford to tip 20%, there's a place for you, and it's called the fucking drive-thru. Thank you, Chelsea Handler, shout out. The second thing is, I feel like everyone should work in the service industry for at least a year minimum, just so they understand how to just act like normal humans and not like savage beasts. Okay, so another thing that people tend to do is, this actually happened yesterday, and it just took everything not in me because I felt the fire just like burning in my soul of how much this irritates me. And mind you, I've been doing it for 5 years, so yeah, it's probably a little bit too long, so I need to like move on. What am I doing with my life? Anyway, this lady at my table was like, can I have some more Diet Coke? Mind you, she had like more than half filled. I'm a very optimistic person, so her glass was half full. She picks up her Diet Coke glass and like swishes it around and like, can I have more Diet Coke? Like, as if I can't see or hear, like, honey, I know where your cup is. It's not like I need to like find it. We're not playing Marco Polo with your fucking Diet Coke glass, okay? You don't need to like swirl your ice around at me. It's just rude. It's rude. People don't understand it. Yes, I am your server. I'm not your servant. You still need to treat me with a level of respect, just like I treat you with a level of respect. When I was a bartender, which I'll always be like a bartender at heart, but do not whistle, do not snap your fingers, because that is a sure as shit way for me to blatantly ignore you. I don't need to be catcalled. If you know my name, don't scream it across the bar. That was another thing. I used to work at a bar that did dollar night, and honestly, like, that made me I didn't like the person that it made me, because I turned into like, how do you put this, a bitch. People that I didn't even know were like shouting my name, not to be like, oh, hey, Britt, like, what's up? Nice to see you. They're like, I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? And, oh, gin and tonic. Oh, okay, I'll just go fuck myself. Never mind. I just feel like a lot of people don't know how to behave in a bar/restaurant, and I just needed to make a storytime video to tell everyone, like, hey, listen, if there's something going on with your life, you don't need to take it out on the server. Like, I'm sorry you're gonna go home and have slow missionary with her bra on with the lights off, but that's not my fault. So just please, everyone, just tip 20%. Be nice to your service people. It really shows who you are as a person. If you're cheap, you probably suck in other areas of your life other than just being cheap. I mean, I'm just assuming. Anyway, well, I'm sorry to have drawn this out this long, but I just needed to make this video because I was having some nightmares and just having some troubling feelings about this, so I needed to put it out there. So thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.